On a bustling summer afternoon, Terminal B of Westfield International Airport hummed with the energy of travelers rushing to catch flights, families reuniting, and business people negotiating tight schedules. The glass-paneled concourse gleamed under the sun's rays, and the steady rhythm of announcements over the intercom provided a familiar soundtrack to the daily chaos. Among the throng of passengers was Darius Collins, a composed black man in a navy suit carrying a leather briefcase that spoke of both professionalism and quiet confidence. Darius had arrived early for his flight, settling into a seat near a busy boarding gate as he reviewed documents on his tablet. His demeanor was calm, yet his eyes reflected the steady focus of someone who had faced many challenges and emerged resilient. Not far away, in stark contrast, sat Gerald Thompson, a passenger whose narrow views and haughty demeanor were apparent in every scowl he cast. As Gerald observed the diverse crowd of travelers, his prejudice was kindled by a single target: Darius. Convinced Darius did not belong in his section of the terminal, Gerald's disdain quickly escalated into brazen hostility. "Hey!" Gerald bellowed suddenly, his voice cutting through the hum of conversation. He pointed an accusing finger at Darius, drawing startled glances from nearby travelers. "You don't belong here. Get out of this area. This isn't for people like you." His words, dripping with racist vitriol, caused an immediate stir. Some passengers recoiled, while others exchanged uncomfortable looks, unsure whether to intervene or remain silent. Darius's calm was momentarily shaken by the outburst. He looked up from his tablet, his eyes meeting Gerald's with a mixture of disappointment and resolve. "Sir, I'm just waiting for my flight," he replied evenly, his tone respectful yet firm. "I have every right to be here." But Gerald was not ready to listen. He advanced further, waving his arms wildly, demanding that Darius be removed from the area. "You're causing a disturbance, and I'm sure security would agree that you're not welcome," he shouted, his voice echoing off the high ceilings. Tension mounted as a small circle of onlookers gathered, their expressions a mix of shock and dismay. In the midst of the commotion, Darius's eyes narrowed slightly as he slowly reached into his suit jacket. With deliberate calm, he pulled out an object that glinted under the terminal lights. A sleek, official-looking badge. "I'm Agent Collins," he said coolly, holding the badge up for all to see. "I work for the FBI." A stunned silence fell over the group. Gerald's face, previously flushed with anger, drained of color as he realized the gravity of the situation. The badge, crisp and unmistakably authoritative, carried a weight that silenced even the most arrogant proclamations. I'm sorry, I didn't realize," Gerald stammered, his words trailing off as he struggled to regain composure. Security personnel, who had been discreetly alerted by the escalating voices, quickly moved to intervene. One officer stepped forward and addressed Gerald in a measured tone. "Sir, please calm down. Agent Collins, thank you for identifying yourself." The officer's presence and the clarity of Darius's badge left no room for further confrontation. As Gerald backed away, his earlier fury replaced by a mortified silence, Darius carefully returned the badge to his jacket. He took a moment to steady his breath before continuing in a composed voice. "I'm here in an official capacity and also as a fellow traveler. I expect to be treated with the same respect as anyone else in this terminal." His words resonated deeply with the onlookers, many of whom nodded in quiet agreement. The incident, though brief, rippled through the terminal. Social media buzzed with the unfolding scene. Videos captured by bystanders quickly made their way online, accompanied by hashtags championing dignity and respect for all travelers. Comments flooded in, praising Darius for his measured response and condemning Gerald's racist tirade. In an era where accountability is just a smartphone away, Gerald's actions were laid bare for the world to see. Later, as the terminal's atmosphere slowly returned to its usual rhythm, an announcement was made over the PA system. "We appreciate your cooperation. Please be reminded that Westfield International Airport is a place of inclusivity and respect. Any behavior that undermines these values will be addressed promptly." The words, firm and resolute, echoed the sentiment of a community unwilling to tolerate discrimination. For Darius, the episode was a reminder of the delicate balance between authority and human decency. He resumed his seat, his eyes scanning the bustling terminal with a newfound sense of calm. His gesture, flashing an FBI badge not as a weapon but as a shield of dignity, had turned an act of hate into a powerful testament to the strength of standing firm in one's rights. In subsequent interviews with local media, Darius explained, "I've dedicated my life to protecting our nation and upholding justice, but that duty doesn't end when I step off duty. I believe every person has the right to be here, to travel, and to be treated with respect. I hope today serves as a reminder that we all have a part to play in making our community a safe, welcoming place for everyone." Gerald's incident, though brief and swiftly diffused, sparked broader conversations about racism and the responsibilities of individuals to confront prejudice wherever it appears. Community leaders and civil rights advocates called for more robust training and clearer policies in public spaces to ensure that discriminatory behavior would not go unchecked. In town hall meetings and social media forums alike, the story of the racist passenger who froze when confronted with authority became a rallying cry for accountability and inclusion. As the day drew to a close and the final boarding calls echoed through Terminal B, Darius boarded his flight with a quiet dignity. His story, one of resilience, respect, and the importance of standing up against hate, left an indelible mark on those who witnessed it. And in the collective memory of Westfield International Airport, the incident would forever serve as a beacon of hope, a reminder that in the face of ignorance and bigotry, the courage to stand up for what is right can transform adversity into a moment of profound change.